Good morning, dear. Today we will talk about another type of triangle. We will start with the right triangle. From its name, CAB is a right triangle since it has a right angle which is CAB. A right angle means its measure is 90 degree. So we write BAC equals to 90 degree. In a right triangle, and since the sum of angles in a triangle is 180, what about the other two angles? Their sum is 180 minus 90 equals to 90 degree. So the sum of the other two angles, ACB and ABC, is 90 degree. So I can say that the other angles in a right triangle are complementary angles. What do you mean by complementary? Their sum equals to 90 degree. Here we have CA and AB are perpendicular at A. And what about A? As we explained in the height, the intersection of height, which is the orthocenter, is the vertex of the right angle. Okay, it's a property that we should memorize. The side facing the right angle. Here, CAB is a right angle. The side opposite to it, which is BC here, is called the hypotenuse. What's hypotenuse? It's the side facing the right angle. The midpoint of the hypotenuse is the circumcenter, or the point of intersection of the perpendicular bisector. The midpoint of the hypotenuse is the center of circle circumscribed about the triangle ABC. Here, for example, here is the midpoint of BC. It divides the segment into two equal parts. If I put the needle of the compass on the midpoint of the hypotenuse, I can draw a circle circumscribed about the triangle passing through its vertices C, A, and B. So the midpoint of hypotenuse, keep it in your mind, it's the circumcenter or center of circle circumscribed about the triangle. Now, the median AO is half the hypotenuse, so the median drawn here, median is a segment issued from vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side, equals to half of the hypotenuse. It's also a property. So here I can say AO equal to CO equal to OB. Right triangle. Let's talk about the properties again. It has one right angle. The other two angles are complementary, so their sum is 90 degree. It has two perpendicular sides that form a right angle, definitely. The longest side is the side facing the right angle. We call it hypotenuse. It's a very important word. The right angle is the orthocenter, or the intersection of the height. I'm talking about the vertex of the right angle, okay? The midpoint of the hypotenuse is the circumcenter, the center of circle circumscribed about the triangle. Please, these notes should be written on your classwork copybook and memorize them well, because we will use them to prove later on. The last property, the median relative to the hypotenuse is equal to its half. Now, what about right isosceles triangle? From its name, it's a right triangle since it has one right angle, and its isosceles triangle. We know that isosceles triangle has two equal sides and two equal angles. Okay? Since it's a right isosceles, so the first angle is right, which is the main vertex. The other two angles are complementary, and since they are equal, the base angles of isosceles are equal, so 90 divided by 2 is 45. So from now on, we know that right isosceles triangle has a 90-degree angle and two equal angles, each one of them equals to 45 degrees. It has two equal and perpendicular sides. The sides issued from the main vertex are equal. The median relative to hypotenuse, the height, the bisector of the main angle, and the perpendicular of the hypotenuse are overlapping. Overlapping means the median is at the same time the height, the bisector, and the perpendicular bisector. Okay, but only in case it's issued from the main vertex. Done? In equilateral triangle, we say that the median is the height and bisector and perpendicular bisector. It can be issued from any vertex, but in isosceles triangle, only the one issued from the main vertex is at the same time median, height, bisector, and perpendicular bisector. Here, for example, we have a right triangle, ACB equals to 90 degree. The other angles are complementary. Their sum is 90 degree, and we know that each one of them equals to 45 degree. If you want to get sure, you can say that 45 plus 45 plus 90, the answer is 180, and the sum of angles in a triangle is 180, so it's correct. Hypotenuse is the side facing the right angle, and since the right angle is BCA, the side opposite to it, which is AB, is called the hypotenuse. Here we have two equal perpendicular sides. It's a right isosceles triangle. Why? Since the base angles are equal, so definitely the sides are equal here, issued from the main vertex. So CB equal to CA. The midpoint of the hypotenuse, which is point O, is the circumcenter or center of circle circumscribed about the triangle. It's the blue circle here. And I may ask you how to prove OB equal to OC equal to OA. You can say that O is the midpoint of AB. Okay, so O is at the same time the center of circle circumscribed about the triangle. So OB equal OA equal OC, radii of the same circle are equal. Now, we talked about right and right isosceles triangle. We know that right triangle has one right angle, and the side facing the right angle is called hypotenuse. Okay, next one. Right isosceles triangle, it has a right angle, two equal sides, two equal angles, each one of them is 45 degree. And from the previous session, we know that in equilateral triangle, we have three equal sides and three equal angles, each one of them equal to 60. Now, the semi-equilateral triangle is the triangle that has 30, 60, and 90 degrees. Here we have NMP equal to 90 degree. The hypotenuse is PN, it's the side facing the right angle. The sum of angles MPN and MNP is 90 degree, so they are complementary since it's a right triangle. We have two perpendicular sides, MP is perpendicular to MN. The small leg is the leg facing the 30 degree, and the big leg is the side facing the 60 degree. Now, in the adjacent figure, that's your homework. So, let's discuss it and try to solve it. In the adjacent figure, we have EGH. This triangle is equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle has three equal sides. So EH equal EG equal to GH, and 3 equal angles, each one of them equal to 60 degrees. F is symmetric of G with respect to H. That means H is midpoint of FG. So HF equal to HG. Now I have to prove or verify that EHF equals to 120 degrees. I know this angle, which is EHG. Now it's your turn to calculate FHE. Then prove that EFG is right triangle at E. EFG. Look, H is the median. H is the midpoint of FG, so EH is the median. Compare EH, FH, and HG, and let me see how you will prove that it's a right triangle at E. Now, another exercise. PSA is an isosceles triangle. You have to draw this triangle first. SA equal 4 cm, PSA equal PAS equal to 54. Then R is symmetric of S with respect to A, or in other words, A is the midpoint of RS. You have to draw the bisector of PAS, and this bisector cuts PS at E. The bisector of PAR, draw it, and the point of intersection with PR is F. Now, after you will draw it, you have to prove that AEF is a right triangle. Number 3, consider a triangle ABC such that BC equals 6, ABC equal 80, and ACB equal 55. Then you have to draw it. You have to draw the perpendicular bisector of AB. It cuts AC at H and AB at I. After we draw it, I have to verify BAC equal 45, and then to prove IAH and HAB to be right isosceles triangles. Look, honey, maybe they will seem difficult for the first time, but we have to learn how to draw. We have to learn how to prove. I trust you, and I know well that if you try, all the other issues should be easy. But we have to try. If you have any question, contact me. With some practice, I'm sure you'll be good with that. Thank you for your attention.